So I have a confessional. Got to come clean. I know that's not really our thing. Our tradition is to but I got to be honest with you. I mean, seriously. I love the Olympics. I really, really love the Olympics. It's so much fun. And there are so many reasons why, and I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't point out at least one of the many, many reasons that I love the Olympics are to watch and look out for the Jewish athletes from all the variety of countries that are competing or have competed in this particular game so far. For example, Avishag Sember, who won, if you go all the way back to day one, he won the bronze in Taekwondo for Israel. There was Jessica Fox from Australia, who won bronze and gold in the kayak and the canoe slalom. There was a Russian and Israeli, a Russian Jew and an Israeli that each won gold in gymnastics. And if you were all watching last night in the primetime main event women's beach volleyball, Alex Kleinman won gold last night, living out of California, member of the tribe. They and the others that I didn't mention, because there are dozens of Jews in the Olympics this year, they give us nachas. They give us so much joy to see them competing. But for me, the most exciting part is not the race for first place or the gold, but it's the battle for third place, the bronze. Let me explain. In my opinion, while it is wonderful to see who will win, I'm always drawn to cheer for the one who doesn't lose. In 1995, there was a landmark study carried out by social psychologists of Olympic medal winners. The study showed that athletes who won the bronze medal were significantly happier than the athletes who won the silver medal. Just think about that. The silver medalists were frustrated because they had lost the gold medal to earn silver, while the bronze medalists were just simply thrilled that they were on the podium and had won a medal at all. I mean, think about it. They're not fourth place. It's even more pronounced in different competitions like the World Cup or the NCAA Final Four, where the bronze medals are achieved by winning a playoff, whereas silver medals are awarded simply through defeat. So the truth of the matter is that without a third place finisher, without a bronze medal, the competitions for me would just seem incomplete. Imagine if all they gave was a gold, no silver, no bronze. It would be all about one person. It would be about ego. It would be exclusive. For that matter, two is really not much better than one in that instance. The silver medalist is merely the guy or gal who didn't win the gold. And with no bronze behind the silver medalist, well, at least the person gets, at least I didn't come in third. The number 3 has a sense of fullness to it, of competition. Like the old saying, 3 is a crowd. Or maybe better put, 3 is company. We know this in our own colloquialisms, in our own lives. 3 is the predominant way to categorize things. What do we call the alphabet? A, B, C's. Why not just the A's or the AB's? It's the ABCs. What do you tell your kids when they're trying something and they can't get it right? Which time's the charm? 3rd time's the charm. Unless, of course, it's the 4th or the 5th or the 6th, whatever. Maybe it's just my kid, whatever. What does the starter say at the beginning of the race? Ready, or on your mark, set, go. If you tell a joke and you tell it correctly, it's a priest, a minister, and a rabbi. I mean, seriously, leave one out and you risk offending by not including someone in your offending humor. Now, nobody stands up at a wedding and shouts, 2 cheers for the bride and groom. You go to Starbucks, it's either a tall, a venti, or a trente. All right, it's a grande, whatever. Even the made-up words now have a hierarchy. Even in these cases, when the expanse of society has necessitated a 4th category, as in small, medium, and large, now we have extra large, as if the clear connotation of being outside the norm, beyond the scope of what is necessary. It just doesn't fit, pun intended. Now, of course, the rabbis, we've known about this since before. We've known about this. In the Mishnah, the Rabbi Shimon, the righteous, proclaims that Al Shlosha Devarim, the world stands on how many things? 3 things. Torah, prayer, and deeds of loving kindness, or doing Jewish. The image is, leave any one of those 3 things and the world collapse into disarray. The V'ahavta that we chanted tonight in our prayers, love God with all your heart, your soul, and your might. You miss just one of these things, and you have not loved God completely, or if I could put it more positively, do all 3 of these, and you can feel a closeness to God that would otherwise escape you if you did just 1 or 2. 3 is the Jewish number. There are 3 patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Torah tells us it was 3 days' journey from Egypt until they encountered God at Mount Sinai. Traditionally, we pray how many times a day? 3, morning, noon, and night. Hebrew verbs have the lexicon of 3 root letters, which serves as the foundation. The Jewish list could go on and on. One of my favorite stories from the Talmud is the story of the mezuzah, why it rests at an angle on our doorposts. Hillel says it should go straight up and down. Shammai says you should put the mezuzah on the doorpost sideways. And in a rare moment of understanding between the 2 competing schools of Hillel and Shammai, they came up with a 3rd way, a compromise position. That is to rest at an angle, because the key to a peaceful home is what's called shalom bait, or that there be peace in the home. Not one way, not the other way, but a compromise of the 3, finding that 3rd way. The world stands on 3 legs. Rearrange them however you want, but without the 3, without at least the 3, life becomes unstable and it teeters precariously towards disaster. So my question for us to think about this Shabbat is, what are the 3 pillars of our lives? What are the 3 things that make your world complete? It may be easy to name the one thing, and we may feel more inclusive by picking the second thing. But if you had to limit yourself to only 3, what would your 3 legs be? What would your 3 legs of stability be? The 2020 Olympics, which is very confusing to have them in 2021. As you saw on the TV, it's the 2020 Olympics. And I keep like, what, seriously? I'm so confused after losing a year and a half of my life. Like, what year is it again? The Olympics end this Sunday. I'm heartbroken. I hope that you will join me in rooting for those competing for the bronze, because they give meaning to the achievements of all the others in the competition. They place the entire competition into perspective. Without them, something would indeed be missing. They're not to be forgotten as the last of the best, or even remembered as the first of the worst. Remember that they are the essential pillar of the competition, the bridge. See where I'm going with that? The bridge between just making it and not making it at all. We live most of our moments of our lives on that bridge, balanced between success and failure. It's a narrow bridge, but that's where it is. Celebrate the bronze medals and the bronze moments of your life. They are hard fought. They are hard won. For those times when we make it across the finish line of life just in time, for those, for sure, we deserve a medal and a congratulations. Can you hear it? So may this be God's will.